No. I mean, I have to be no. But first of all, may I say, Titanic is probably, out of all the films that I've done, Titanic is probably the one I've watched the most. I think maybe I've seen it 3 times ever. But I don't really tend to watch the things I don't really, some films I've done I have never seen, because it's just a disconnect for me. And a lot of actors are like this, I think. The process is playing the character and making the film. And then when the film comes out, it's just a totally abstract thing. Like, oh God, see the film? Why would I want to do that? I'm like, it's like, I've done it. Why do I have to go and watch it? It's a very strange thing. Um, so yeah, I haven't seen it. I did see it when it came out in 3D in 2012. I did see it then at the Royal Albert Hall. And actually, that was kind of really fun because it's a huge screen. It was a big occasion. You know, everyone, like, it's just like everyone was so excited about Titanic in 3D. And so I was happy to see it then, but I haven't seen it since then. Making the film, we had no idea. We had absolutely no idea. And even now, here I am. I mean, I'll be 50 in 3 years' time, which seems so ridiculous. And here I am still talking about Titanic, and the truly, truly joyful, rewarding part of all of it is that people will go and see it again. It's about to be re-released, and people are going to go flocking to the movie theaters to see it all over again. And that's phenomenal. I certainly haven't been in anything since, and probably won't ever be again, where people keep wanting to go back and watch it. So it's just this sort of, yeah, I just have so much gratitude for that. Like, how cool. It's totally wonderful in every way. I think the reason that Titanic kind of stands the test of time is that there is something about the experience for so many people of seeing the film that is bound up in another time in their lives. So the sense of nostalgia and the memories around the place that people might have been in their own lives when it came out, the memories of first seeing it. For so many people, I know it was their first date, to people who they have since married and have families with. So a lot of sort of swirling romance around the film coming out, and it's very significant for a lot of people, a hugely significant moment in some people's lives. But when you look back on that time that it was released, 1998, no cell phones, emails didn't exist. We had clarity of thought in a way that I think we just don't really have anymore. We don't have time anymore like we used to just sit and read a book or hold a conversation without thinking, oh, I just got to check my, you know, so there is something about being able to step back in time almost to another time that's very special. And I think that's starting to become perhaps part of why people are still drawn back again and again, is that it represents something in people's lives as opposed to just the story and the romance of it and the music and the costumes and all of those wonderful things. It just speaks of another time in people's lives. I have to say, I think people should go and see it in the theatre, because there is nothing like the sound. The sound, especially now, technology has advanced and transformed movie theaters. My God, I mean, they're now kind of, I don't know, they're almost like auditoriums now. The sound was so different back then. Now it's speakers everywhere. You literally feel the sound under your seat. It's around you, it's in you, it's everywhere, it's in your ears, it's in your chest. And so I can imagine actually how thrilling it will be to go and see it again in a movie theater now, with technology having advanced the way it has done, and these plush movie theaters with those comfy seats and the particularly expensive buckets of popcorn. But I think Yeah, you just can't quite get that on an iPad or, on Netflix. It's just not the same. It just isn't the same. Um, so yeah, I think it'd be pretty amazing. And those special effects, you know, they were pretty cutting edge for where they were at. And I'm sure they've even been cleaned up again since the film was actually made. So I'm sure it's quite spectacular.